What is going on, boys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing the big car reveal, and it's the start of a new era for Brash Garage. A lot of you guys got it right. If you guessed Civic Si, 8th gen, FG2, anything along the lines of that, then I'm happy to report you nailed it. Here is my 2007 Honda Civic Si. Now let's jump in the car and talk about the things that have been done to it already and what we're gonna do to it next. Let's go for a bit of a drive here and address everything that's been done to the car, because let's face it, it is pretty dang hard to find a, I guess you could say, cool car, tuner car that's almost 20 years old and, well, completely bone stock. Those are kind of unicorns these days. Most of these cars that we're buying nowadays, we couldn't get them factory. And they're gonna have some mods on them. In this car, if you can't tell by the audio already, it's probably a lot quieter on the mic, but it does have its fair share of mods. Now, that's not gonna take away from anything we're doing. In fact, some of the mods will be undoing and replacing with better stuff. But the guy I got this from was super cool, and he did put a lot of good name brand parts on this car. Now, starting with the interior of the car, as we can see, we've obviously got the classic 8th gen Android touchscreen doubled-in CarPlay jammy. This is rather cool because with the Honda Flash Pro, you can actually plug it into this head unit via the USB port and get live data of everything you need. This road is ridiculously bumpy. But that's super cool that you can monitor all the gauges with this via a Honda Flash Pro, which this car did come with, but I will get into that in a little bit. We have the head unit. He did put in some speakers and a sub. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete the sub and go back to a factory sub. I'm gonna be putting all brand new speakers all the way around in this car and get this audio system sounding really nice, because what we're going for with this car, unlike the EG, is sort of that ultimate daily driver that you can still go blast down a back road and have nothing but a good time in. I want something that, you know, I could go get groceries, I could go to work in, but then on the way home go blast down a back road like no one's business and have some fun. Also a car I can take to meets and do a good build on for the channel. But as far as the interior goes, he's done the Apple CarPlay, the speakers, and I actually installed our new Hawk Down shift knob. This thing is fantastic. If you haven't seen that, there's a short form video on it. He also did the carbon fiber shift lever and shifter plate. Me personally, I've already ordered a stock one of both of those, so we are gonna go back to, well, completely stock with that. I just don't love the fake carbon. It's not the worst. I honestly, really, I don't hate it, but I just prefer the stock one. Now for under the hood, what everyone's been wanting to hear, because I don't know how well the audio is coming up on camera, but it's pretty loud. Under the hood, starting with the exhaust, obviously, if you couldn't tell, this car is full bolt-on in the form of intake, header, exhaust, and a tune. So we have the Skunk 2 Alpha Series header, the 4:2:1, that goes to a custom 2.5-inch stainless exhaust with a vibrant street power resonator and muffler. Really good setup if you ask me. It eliminates a lot of that classic Honda rasp to things, and it just sounds good. It has a hybrid racing cold air intake, which is really nice. It's probably what I would have got. I can't remember what the brand of the other one is, K2 Industries or something, but they make a full like titanium like metal intake, because the hybrid racing one's like a silicone, which is very expensive, but it's titanium. It's pretty freaking rad if you ask me. But we're probably gonna leave that for now. And then to pair up with the full exhaust and the cold air intake, we obviously have a Honda Flash Pro. This car made 211 wheel horsepower and 155 or 60 foot-pounds of torque. Factory K20 Z3 under the hood with 228,000 kilometers on it. The transmission's really good, knock on wood. It goes into every gear completely smooth, and that might be largely due to the hybrid racing detent springs and shift cables that are in it. He did have an Acuity shifter in this car, but he sold it before I bought it. So we're on a stock shifter box, hybrid racing cables, hybrid racing detent springs, the factory shift box with the hawk down knob, of course, because how could you not? This has got to be one of the best. No, I take that back. It is the best knob I've ever owned. But yeah, that's what's done to the transmission. It's filled up with half, I believe, half OEM and half AC Delco synchro mesh, and that seems to be the recipe for these cars. Actually, from what I see on a lot of forums, quite a few people do that, and I can't lie, it shifts good, everything feels fantastic. But it's also got the Mugen pedals, which are pretty hard for you guys to see, but that is pretty rad. And I think as far as power and tuning and all that goes, that's pretty much everything that's been done to the drive line. Oh, we do have a K24, a JDM K24 red powder coated valve cover on this thing, which looks freaking dialed. The engine bay is honestly really, really clear. Oh my God, what in the mother did I just run into, fellers? All right, back down the hill we go. That was weird. I've never seen that before in my life. But if you can't tell, the exhaust on this thing does sound really, really good. I can't complain with it, aside from the fact that it is rather droney. But I mean, that's kind of what you get, right? You get what you get. This car made good power and everything of the sort. Now that tuning, power mods, transmission, driveline is all out of the way, under the hood is pretty clean and looking sick. I don't know if I'll change much. I might go from the Vibrant Street Power to the Ultra Quiet, just to quiet it up just a hair. But aside from that, everything is pretty dialed. I mean, I can't complain too much. Now, there is a couple other things done suspension-wise. We have a full, I guess, gusseted rear lower control arm subframe brace kit, factory sway bars, Skunk 2 lowering springs on factory struts, which actually ride really good. This car is incredibly tight and handles like an absolute weapon compared to my EG. This chassis is so much tighter, and it's honestly a treat to drive coming from an EG hatch. Big pothole in the road, but this thing is just tight and incredibly put together. That is paired up with a set of 17x9, I believe, Koenig Hypergrams, which is funny because I ordered those in the exact bronze color for my EG hatch, canceled it before they shipped out, and got the countergrams, which I think was a dub. But this car whips around corners. It's ridiculously planted. Those wheels are paired up with a set of Michelin Pilot Sport PS4s. Not the PS4S, just the PS4s, but they honestly do wonders for this car. They feel really good. And aside from that, it's got the blackout housing headlights with the clear lenses, and it has also got a HFP front lip. Now, I personally want to do the HFP side skirts and rear bumper, take the front lip, the side skirts, and the rear bumper and get them professionally painted, as he painted the HFP front lip, which doesn't look bad, but it would look better if all of them were professionally paint matched to the color code of this car. I mean, it doesn't really get much better than that. I also like to ditch the springs, the Skunk 2 lowering springs, and go to a proper set of coilovers with Swift springs. And of course, we're going to be getting our own set of wheels and tires. Bigger, meatier, more aggressive, better fitment. It's just going to look absolutely dialed. As far as steering wheel and whatnot goes and seats, I think I'm going to leave them stock. Because like I said, I want to build the ultimate daily driver, and as far as I'm concerned, the stock 8th gen steering wheel is gorgeous, especially with the JDM badge, which we also have on the front and rear of the car. And these seats are incredible. They got the booster in them. They're bolstered really well. In fact, I think these might hold me in place better than my Recaro SR3s. Granted, they were super old and worn out. I think these might hold me better than my Recaros. But we have an entire build list and an entire build plan coming for this car. I really just wanted to showcase what we have already and a couple bits that I want to change. If I were to go over absolutely everything I want to do to this car, we'd be here forever. But this thing absolutely hooks and books, guys. I hope you're excited. Full bolt on and tuned. We're gonna put our own spin on this car, make it look like our own, and I already have freaking parts in the mail for this thing. I'm telling you guys, I am not sleeping on this car. It is going to be just like the EG hatch. You've seen what we can do. Now we're just gonna go ahead, take all that knowledge and all that experience and make it better. But yeah, guys, honestly, that's my 8th Gen SI. It's tastefully modded. It has good parts on it. The thing hooks and books. The way this chassis feels versus my EG hatch is just so much put together. Obviously, there's a lot of years in technology and chassis advancement that have gone into 8th Gen SIs versus older things like EGs and EKs. Coming factory with sway bar, 4-way disc brakes, and the brakes on this thing are actually insane. They might be of the best brakes I think I've ever had on a car. I mean, technically speaking, the Veloster N had bigger, more aggressive brakes from factory, but the bite force this thing gives, it literally like launches you forward from putting like no pressure on the pedal. These things are crazy gripped up, and I'd like to chuck a set of slotted EBCs with their street pads. I think they're red stuff or green stuff, something like that, and some stock tech braided lines. I don't know if we'll go bigger calipers, just because I mean these work so well already, and adding a nice aggressive set of rotors and pads will just accentuate that, paired with the stainless brake lines that won't expand under heavy braking. These things are fantastic as they are. We might paint them. It's kind of hard to color match stuff to red cars, so I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Like, what color wheels should we go with? Polished, silver, gunmetal, black, chrome? What color should we paint the calipers? White, go red, but then it blends into the car. Just paint them black, paint them a different color. What should we do, guys? What do you guys want to see out of this 8th Gen build? Because I already know what I want to see out of it, but I'm here for you guys really too. And if there's stuff that you guys can come up with that I haven't really pondered yet, that would be awesome. I'd love to get your guys' community opinion, especially on parts I buy, like wheel color and things like that, and see how crazy of a car we can actually build, and see if we can't make this the perfect daily driver slash street weapon. That is the goal, to have the ultimate daily driver that we can go to work in, get groceries in, go to the gym in, yet still rage a back road, still be able to gap some cars. I'm so freaking excited to get into a newer advancement of Honda chassis. And well, I've done all the B series. We had a B18C in my 500 wheel horse Integra. We had the B18 non-VTEC and B16A in my EG hatch, both boosted and NA on both setups. We've also done the F series in my CB7 Accord that we did the timing belt and all that on. We built Eli's Prelude with the H22 in it. Holy smokes, we've done so much stuff. I've done all the B series aside from B20, and the only thing that was left that was worth upgrading to versus what I already had was a K series. And with the 6-speed LSD transmission, K20 Z3, RBC intake manifold, I mean, the 8th Gen is just the perfect candidate that I could have gotten for that full K-Series experience without swapping it in my EG hatch, which was an option. But with the advancements of this chassis, how much more put together it is, having the creature comforts of a working radio, working AC, working heat, OEM seats, OEM wheel, no lights on the dash, it's just exactly what I wanted, and I hope you guys are stoked for it. Yes, it's a coupe. Would I have preferred a 4-door? Absolutely. I'm a big 4-door guy, and with the JDM front and rear end conversions, I genuinely think they're one of the best looking Civics ever made, even better than the FL5 and FK8 Civic Type R. I mean, a 4-door 8th Gen SI with the JDM front and rear end swap built. They're ridiculously good looking cars, but this is what I could get. It was a perfect candidate for the price, for the year, rather low mileage, and it's just the absolute perfect platform to save me some money on mods and be able to put my own spin on things to truly make this my own car. So if you're excited, drop it in the comments below. I'm really pumped to see what you guys have to say, and let me know, what mods should I do to this car first? This build is for the people, and we're going for the ultimate daily driver slash street weapon. I hope you guys are excited. Comment, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one, when hopefully we're putting our first batch of mods on this car and finally making my brand new FG2 our own and the Brash Garage build car. Peace out, boys.